Hello, this is Chris Smith with the Eagle Tribune sports writer and author of the blog Smitty on Baseball here, talking about the Boston Red Sox as usual. The question of the day: what role should the Red Sox organization have young left-handed pitcher Felix Doubront fulfill this upcoming season? A, should they put him in the bullpen, have him start the year off in the Boston's 25-man roster as the left-hander out of the bullpen? Or B, should they have him start the year in Pawtucket as a starting pitcher? I think B is the best option, but I also think that he could be a very efficient reliever. He doesn't walk a lot of guys. He doesn't allow too many hits. He throws strikes. He throws hard. Those are two aspects you really like out of a reliever. In limited time last year as a reliever, 92 thirds innings out of the Boston bullpen, he showed a lot of upside. He had just a 1.14 whip, walks and hits allowed per innings pitched, so he obviously doesn't allow many walks and hits per innings pitched. That's something that you really like late in games. He strikes out a lot of guys. He had 13 strikeouts in those 92 thirds innings. He had 2 holds, 1 save. So, he's a guy that can get out both left-handers and right-handers. He could be a very strong person in that bullpen. But I think that it's important to have him as that starter in Pawtucket in case somebody gets hurt during the year. I think he's the best option right now to start games over Tim Wakefield even. I think he's the best person to spot start games or get that extended period of time if somebody's on the DL for an extended period of time. I think he's the best option. You always like left-handed starters. That's a plus. But, he's just a guy that throws strikes, he throws hard, and he's definitely going to make an impact this season, whether it's in the bullpen or in the starting rotation. I think one thing that made it affordable to put him back as a starter, he was moved to reliever last year. He was always a starter. He was moved to reliever last year. During late in the season, because the Red Sox really didn't have any relievers they could rely on besides Daniel Bard. So he was moved to reliever last year, but I would say moving back to start, I think the Red Sox it's affordable to put him back in that starting spot because they've got guys like Jwabi Jenks and Dan Wheeler who they have signed to complement John Papelbon and Daniel Bard in that bullpen. So 2 months ago, if you had asked me the question, I'd say that he would be an important person to this bullpen, but right now I think he should be in the starting rotation in case somebody gets hurt. We saw last year Josh Beckett spent some time on the DL. Dice Case spent time on the DL in his Red Sox career. Clay Buchholz spent some time on the DL last year. So guys are going to get hurt. There's going to be a need for a starter. He's the best option to start games, I feel. Okay, this is Chris Smith, Eagle Tribune sports writer, signing off. Hope you all have a great Sunday. See you back on the blog tomorrow.